Remember to hit the thumbs up button and to subscribe. Oh, my hand. Bye bye, enjoy the video.
What's going on, guys? Malcolm Venus, Mr. MVP, back with another video. What if Akira Toriyama did use Dragon Ball Z Broly in the Dragon Ball Super movie Broly? How would things change? First, we need to start with the last time we seen Broly, and that is in the Bio Broly movie. Which means he's not too strong. He's about a Super Saiyan 2 level in the Buu Saga character. With the basics out the way, let's get started. During the revival of Frieza movie, Togoma did not only look for the Dragon Balls, but he also did some reconnaissance, and what he came across was a biological Saiyan. Even though the lab was destroyed and the plans were still there. Just a small hint of DNA, and he brings it back to the ship. And during one of Frieza's training sessions, Togoma brings up the question. Lord Frieza, we have discovered a Saiyan DNA and how to recreate it. Of course, with our tech, we can upgrade the Saiyan and make him much better than what he was, should we proceed. Of course, I need to rebuild my army with stronger soldiers, and he could be the start of that army. The story goes normal from there, and now we find ourselves during the time of the Broly movie, with Frieza's ship landing on Earth. Things progressed as normal without Paragus, and instead of a shock collar, it's a collar around his heart that Frieza can explode at any minute. And since this is a clone, his mind has been wiped clean and left dumb. Only knowledge he has is about fighting. But how will Broly fight against Goku and Vegeta on this level of power? I will tell you, it is not through Zenkais either. The way I explain Broly from Super's power-ups happens is because he grew up on such a rough planet that isn't made to support life, which is the reason why he was sent there in the first place. From the air to the food he ate, it all could have most likely killed any human, and a Saiyan living and growing off of that pure tortured planet. This is also shown to be why Paragus is so strong himself. Paragus is very well Ginyu's level. And think about it. That is strong. Frieza destroyed the planet back when the Saiyans were still weak, Saiyan Saga level characters, and he thought that was strong. Paragus should have been a Nappa level at best, but now he is on Ginyu's level because he lived on that planet. And now from Dragon Ball Super Broly, the reason he got so many Zenkais on Earth was because Earth was a lot more easy to live on. As even said by Nappa flying through the skies. So every time he breathed in, it was easier than his whole life. So he recovered faster and he received Zenkais. I know I got off track. So you're asking, how does this help Dragon Ball Z Broly? Well, it doesn't. Frieza's tech did, but there was no way to get him to blue level, so they did the best they can and made him as strong as he can. His new base form is the power of Kid Buu. Seeing this after the terminal power Frieza trained Broly, if you can really call it that, he tortured Broly, making him get Zenkais day and night till he was at least the same level as Kale and Caulifla in the terminal power, blue level Goku power. This is Broly's new base power. Broly's body is rigid with scars and his tail is still on, but it barely moves now. But back to the fight. Broly's mind is clear and it's almost like a dope kind of state. But when he sees Vegeta, he charges straight for him and lands that same thunderous shot as he did in the movie. What on earth is Broly doing here? I thought he was dead. And how is he so damn strong? Then Vegeta gets knocked off by a nearby mountain. Then the mountain explodes like a volcano, with Super Saiyan God Vegeta rising from it. Vegeta does a big bang attack straight for Broly, with no emotion as he catches the blast, and his feet begin to dig into the ground as the blast pushes him back. Then he turns into a Super Saiyan. Then he pushes the blast back to Vegeta, and Vegeta kicks the blast into the sky and explodes in space. Vegeta zooms in and gut punches Broly, but it only hurts for a second as he grabs Vegeta by the arm, and then we get our little God moment with Vegeta getting smashed into the ground. Broly starts to tap into his Super Saiyan 2 state, all while still smashing Vegeta into the ground. Goku sees Vegeta needs to power up or this could be big trouble for him. Goku tries to fly over, but Frieza meets him with a kick. No, your business is with me, you stupid monkey. Goku lands on his feet and turns Super Saiyan Blue as Frieza turns golden. Then Vegeta gets mad and turns blue, stealing Broly's hands, and Vegeta face palms Broly into the ground and does a backflip and kicks Broly into the air, releasing a large amount of ki blasts, so many it keeps Broly in the air. Meanwhile, Goku and Frieza made their way into a city throwing blow from blow. Goku happy because Frieza got stronger, able to keep up with his blue form even after determining the power. Then Goku goes Kaioken and smacks Frieza into the ground, and Goku now has the upper hand. You fought well, Frieza, but this is where it ends. Give up! Damn you, damn you, damn you! Frieza starts firing death beams at Goku, but they were wild and started hitting the buildings, and one went near a person. Goku jumps in front of her and slaps the death beam away. Then Frieza gets an idea. He just starts shooting them everywhere. Goku zooming around, slapping all the beams away, trying not to let people get hit. Then he gets hit by one, and he drops out of Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, and he falls to his knees. Then Frieza walks up to him and chokes him out with his tail, much like how Vegeta did on Namek. Frieza, egging Goku on, says, "Once I kill you, I'll kill everyone in this town personally, then I'll destroy the planet." Goku puts his fingers on his forehead and instant transmission him and Frieza back where Vegeta is at. Goku starts screaming in pain as Frieza begins to start punching him in the back while he's still choking him in the air. Then Vegeta punches Broly in the face, and Broly's eyes starts to get mad and start to twitch. He starts to remember his past life and that crying baby. Then Broly utters, "Kakarot." His eyes turn white and his hair starts to stand up even taller. His body begins to grow. Broly turns into the legendary Super Saiyan 2. He slaps Vegeta away into an iceberg, hurting him bad. Vegeta powers back down into base. Broly yells, "Kakarot!" as he runs and takes Goku's lifeless body out of Frieza's hands, and Frieza responds, "Hey monkey, this one belongs to me." Broly says to Frieza, "Go somewhere and die, you damn lizard." Frieza uses his remote to shock Broly, but it didn't go off. Frieza reacts in fear. "Why isn't it working? I have it around your heart. You should be dead." Broly responds, "A heart? I have no heart." Then Broly grabs Frieza by the head. Then Vegeta yells, "Hey, we're not done fighting yet." As he says, still stuck in the iceberg, Broly doesn't even turn around, but instead he puts his hand inside Frieza's chest, crushing his heart, and he throws him into the air and blows Frieza up. And now Frieza is dead. Vegeta starts to get mad, and the ice around him begins to melt, and Broly starts to look at him. Vegeta says, "You will not ignore me, Broly. All Saiyans must bow to me, the Prince of all Saiyans." Then Vegeta goes into his Super Saiyan Blue evolution form. Vegeta says, "Let your ass whooping continue." Broly lets out a yell and Vegeta powers up, letting out a yell of his own. The two clashes into each other viciously. They was throwing blow from blow, neither one of them giving in. As the Z Fighters fly in, Piccolo, Gohan, Krillin, and Tien, they fly towards Goku and give him a sensu beam. Goku thanks them and fills them in. The sun was slowly going down as the full moon arises. Vegeta, having better ki control than Broly, was not winded, but Broly was. Their fight landed on the ground as Vegeta uppercut Broly back into the air. Broly says, "I'm going to end this." He charges up a big lime green blast that turns the sky green, shooting black lightning, and he releases it. Vegeta says to himself, "This blast is packed with a lot of power. Damn it, Broly. If I can't push this blast back, you'll die here too." He charges up a final flash, and the beam and the blast push against each other as Vegeta digs his feet into the ground, and the blast is only getting bigger as Broly keeps feeding it ki. So big, the power of the blast burnt Vegeta's shirt and armor off. Vegeta lets out a yell of the gods, shooting the blast back at Broly, launching him into the distance. Vegeta falls to his knees and powers down. Just over the hill, Broly's still alive. He looks up at the moon, his chest begins to thump, and his body starts to grow, even in larger size. Then Vegeta says, "There's no way he's getting stronger," sensing Broly's ki skyrocketing. Goku flies over to Vegeta and says, "Vegeta, by the way his power level looks, neither one of us is strong enough to beat him at this point. Vegeta, eat this sensu bean and let's go and fuse before it's too late." Then Gohan also flies over and says, "Yeah, don't worry about it. We got y'all back. Just hurry back." Vegeta and Goku enter transmission away, but before they look over the horizon was the big, legendary Super Saiyan 2 Grade 8 over it. The Z Fighters held Broly off for about 10 minutes, but not using their strength, using tactics like the 100 times solar flare and multi-form technique. But this didn't last long, as they all get slapped out of the sky one by one, killing Gohan and Krillin. But then all of the Frieza soldiers and the hundreds fly over and start blasting him in the name of Lord Frieza. They do this for about 20 minutes, but Broly blasts them all with a mouth beam, killing them all. Then a light appears. Then the light appears in the sky, like a sun. Gogeta is here. He looks at the ground and sees Gohan and Krillin's dead bodies and the rest of the injured Z Fighters. Gogeta with disgust on his face. "You're gonna pay for that." Broly flashing Gogeta's face with Goku's. Realizing this is Kakarot, Broly says, "Kakarot!" Broly fires up a mouth beam, but Gogeta turns into Super Saiyan God and closes his mouth shut, making the blast backfire. Gogeta, with all the anger, just starts jabbing Broly, knocking his big ass around everywhere. Every punch is slapping him around, and Broly lets out an explosion with his powerful war, but Gogeta's awesome power cuts through the blast and gut punches the gorilla. Then Gogeta flies around him, blasting him from every angle, and he grabs his tail and tosses him in the air. Then Gogeta puts his hands together in front of him, takes a deep breath in, and lets out as a big blue blast starts to form in the middle of his hands. Then Gogeta says, "Big Bang, Kamehameha!" And this blast destroys Broly, still in his Grade 8 form and all. And this is what will happen if Broly from Dragon Ball Z was in Dragon Ball Super Movie Broly.